Welcome to the Dollars and Cents Podcast with Wes the Economist and Jonathan the Conspiracy Theorist, coming to you live from the Wave Beach Realty Studios in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Call us today at 843-957-3872. All right, guys, welcome back into the 25th episode of the Dollars and Cents Podcast with Wes the Economist. I am Jonathan the Conspiracy Theorist, and we're reporting to you live from not the Wave Beach Realty Studios. We were in Little River, South Carolina today.
Well, the remote studio is brought to you by Clark Financial Coaching. Give us a call today.
Perfect. What a plug. What a plug.
Okay, I got to figure out what's on your shirt, though. It drove me crazy on our first quick clip. What is that?
This?
Is that silver? That's not silver. Oh,
this
ultimate.
is just an old
Okay.
UFC shirt. It's just like a fighter with his arms in the air. This is like this was their original logo back when the UFC first started back in the 90s. And now they have a different logo. They don't use this, but this is like an old school shirt I bought from their website that I thought was pretty cool.
Okay. All I can see was the fist coming out. Like, I got to ask him what's going on.
Yeah, I know. It's a little questionable, actually. Down here, you just see a white dude with his fist up. I probably need to pump this back up here.
We need to clarify that we're not. Yeah, okay. That's probably good.
Yeah, it is a fighter and a logo. It's nothing else. Anyway, so I know we were talking about some of the things that I follow pretty closely, the RFK stuff on the last episode. I know you've been following. You're a bit more into, the actual legalities of everything and what the judges have been doing and what they're trying to block that Trump's doing. So as far as what's going on this,
I can't keep up with it. I mean, it's so much. Right before we went on the air, right before we started recording, I mentioned in the last quick clip that San Francisco judge said that the administration cannot stop payments to cities they feel like are not cooperating with ICE. So I don't understand how federal money gets to go to a city that won't follow federal law.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. That makes no sense.
I mean, the biggest one, obviously, them still trying to get the guy back from El Salvador. That's just mind blowing.
That's the weirdest virtue signal. Like all the things going on, and you're worried about this one person. That, I mean, I've seen like the evidence or whatever they call it that says he was MS-13. I don't know if he is or what for 100% sure, but it seems like he doesn't need to be here either way. So I don't know what the big thing is. Like, oh, he needs due process. It's like, well, if he's in a gang and we're using that terrorist act of 17 whatever to get him out of here.
They've kind of stopped that in some places, and some places he can use it, some places he cannot. But I mean, just the guy itself, he's already went through due process. He's had two deportation orders issued. The last one was on hold because it was for safety reasons, quote unquote, going back to El Salvador, where they put him in the crosshairs of another an opposing gang. So that kind of tells you right then that if he must be in some kind of gang, right? And he had M13 on his knuckles, and he was caught in the presence of M13. The M13 gang members said he was part of them. I mean, come on. I mean, exactly what do we need to understand? But also that order said that was danger in El Salvador, which has been cleaned up by the president down there. So there is no danger on the streets down there. Now, I can't say that he's not in danger in the prison because I'm sure those gang members from both sides are in the prison now.
Right. Yeah.
And then the guy who went down there first was it Maryland? Was it Maryland or Delaware? One of those. Yeah, Maryland. He literally had a constituent who had a daughter killed by an illegal alien. Yeah. And she said she never heard anything from him. I just don't. It's crazy.
I just don't get it. It's just the weird things they're cherry picking to go after now is like, it's just so minute compared to like, it's like there's some bigger things at play here that we're trying to fix. Can we like just work together on those and just not like.
These are the ones that fit the narrative that, okay, he's okay. I've literally heard people say, well, see, this is one guy he caught. Now you could just be a citizen. He not like you. He'll deport you. I mean, it's just idiotic stuff like that. It's just blowing my mind.
These are the same people the night that he won the second term that were saying that he was going to bring back slavery. I mean, it's the same people. I mean, if that's your mind, like you're just going to use everything. At this point, I think they're just so far behind and so out of touch with everybody that they're just got to grasp at straws and do whatever they can just to hang on because right now,
relevant. Yeah,
it makes it worse with what they're doing.
But then when the court cases stopping him from firing people, court cases stopping Doge from cutting waste, stopping him from taking money away from AID. There's one order in Texas stopping him from deporting Venezuelan people. It's it's just mind blowing. And I'm hearing more and more of this, and I wish we wouldn't use this terminology on our side, and that is it's a judicial insurrection. Lay off the insurrection. I mean, it's not an insurrection, it's just a judicial overreach
Yeah.
that these one district judge across the land can stop the president from doing anything.
Yeah.
Whereas when Biden was president, he defied how many judges by continuing to forgive debt of the
Right.
student loans?
Yeah. Which is a joke. That
And
the
now they're
whole
mad because he's going to try to collect debt from these people. I heard one guy, one on lives a TikTok. He said one of the TikTok videos she put up with this lady saying it's going to end bad. It's going to be a class action lawsuit against Trump and the federal government, and they're going to lose big, and we're going to get all of our loan forgiven. I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
When life gets unpredictable, turn to a partner you can trust. At Bobby Clary State Farm, we've got you covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, we're dedicated to providing personalized coverage that fits your needs. With our friendly and knowledgeable team, navigating your insurance options have never been easier. Visit bobbyclary.com or call 843-438-6000. Bobby Clary State Farm, here to help life go right.
Eisenhower Dental, located at 107 Waccamaw Medical Park Drive in Conway, a place where you can find all your dental services, including general dentistry, cosmetic, restorative, and pediatric dentistry. Reach out to them today at their website, eisenhowerdental.com, or call them at 843-234-3110, 843-234-3110, and tell them Wes the Economist sent you.
That's so crazy. That mindset of like, I went to college, I'm not making as much as I thought, so just pay this back for me with the taxpayers' money is the wildest. Not that we do anything good with our tax money anyway, so I guess it wouldn't matter if we paid it back or not. We're already so many trillions in debt. I guess it wouldn't matter. But the just the principle, the mindset of I went to college, I've got a communications degree that gets me nowhere in life. I feel good about myself because I've got this piece of paper. Wait, I can't make more than 40 grand a year because this communications degree means nothing. I can't afford to pay this off. You need to pay this off for me. Put my student loan on hold. I deserve to get this paid off. Is just another wild mindset to live in. And
And
that's their argument is that they don't pay a living wage if you get a degree now. And the reason that a living wage isn't paid if you get a degree is because one, they've watered down the value of a degree because now everybody is supposed to go to college. Back in the day, not everybody went to college. So when you had a degree, it actually meant something because you stood out from the crowd. Now anybody can go get an easy 4-year degree at one of these online colleges, DeVry University or whatever these you can go anywhere. And so the value of that degree is worth less. And the number of degrees that they offer now, these, a Bachelor of Arts in philanthropy or whatever they offer, these stupid degrees that you can go get, or the studies of the Kardashians or whatever stupid degree you can go get now. It's like, what do you think you're going to get with these degrees? What kind of job do you think you're going to get? And it just blows my mind. I think, and I
as
know you're
Jonathan
as
talks to a college professor. Okay, go ahead.
yeah, I was about to say as I'm like rattling this off to a college professor, I'm sorry. No, I think college is important, but you have to go for the right reasons.
No,
And I think it's good to know
but
what you want to do when you go into college.
I see us to the point where we are as a college and as universities, I should say, across the nation, that we are making things into a product that nobody wants. So eventually it's not really worth anything. I mean,
Right,
we're doing it to ourselves.
right.
I don't know how much longer I have a job because I will not back down on wanting students to actually learn something. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't get told point blank, but it's more and more pressure to kind of like, well, they just let them do, and I just won't do it. So I'm sure at some point I'm gonna be in trouble. Probably not for that because they can't come out and say, "Hey, you're too hard a teacher." So,
right. They'll
but
find something else.
they'll find something else.
Hey, we
But
don't like what you said on your podcast.
exactly, this may be what gets me fired. So Jonathan, you're gonna need an assistant down the road, just so you
Yeah,
know.
I'll save you a
You don't want
spot.
to
Yeah.
make it all the you don't want to make it all the money. So
Oh, here we go.
driving a Tesla.
Here we go with the Tesla. The
But
used
you still haven't had
2019
any
Tesla.
problems, right? Nobody's taking you out or anything?
No, let me go ahead and knock on my desk here.
Okay.
Nobody's taken me out. I've had a few of my clients ask me if I've had any issues, and nope. But yeah, the hate for Tesla is still out there. I heard that one of the people that was arrested for it is going to face no charges for like burn. I don't know how
Yeah,
true that is.
Minnesota.
Is that
Minnesota.
true?
Yeah. Yeah, we can
How's that?
go we'll take that one to the next quick click because we're almost done with this
Good,
one.
because I
That'll
don't
be a
know
good
about
one.
it. I just heard like a small clip about it, and I was like,
I heard a
"What?
little
How does
bit.
that?"
I've only heard a little bit too. There's so much of that going on at this point. Next one, we hadn't talked about Doge in a while because Doge has kind of faded out. And they don't seem to be finding the waste they were. And I think there's a lot of uh, deep state stuff going on to make sure they don't. But just to
Oh,
finish up the judges, this whole thing about judges being able to stop uh, the administration, and then basically saying that the administration does not have control over the executive branch. We really have some trouble that needs to be walked through.
yeah.
Again, logically thinking going down the line, but everybody just wants to get what they want. They don't care about the law unless it's on their side. If it's not on their side, then they kind of push it aside.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
All right. Well, these things will run by quick.
Yeah, we're professionals. This is what we do. So
Yeah. Yeah.
something like that. Right?
Whatever you say.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you.
I get to say what I want. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
We'll see you on the next one.
Mortgage payment, insurance payments, credit card payments, they can be very overwhelming. Are you ready to take the time to get things under control? Then reach out to me at Clark Financial Coaching to see if we can get you started with a budget and then a vision for the future. Write me at coachwesc@gmail.com. That's coachwesc@gmail.com.
Are you looking to buy a home in North or South Carolina? You need to reach out to Wave Beach Realty today. We are a family-owned company with over 10 years of experience in North and South Carolina and operate along the Grand Strand. Give us a call today at 843-957-3872. That's 843-957-3872. Thanks for listening to the Dollars and Cents Podcast with Jonathan the Conspiracy Theorist and Wes the Economist. Don't forget to send us your topics and give us feedback at dollarscentsgs@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram and X at dollarscentsgs. You can follow us on Facebook at Dollars and Cents. Listen to us on the podcast format at Dollars and Cents Podcast, and you can also find us on YouTube at the Dollars and Cents Podcast.